Hello YouTube and welcome to another Cassandra tutorial. So in this video I will show you how to monitor and manage the Apache Cassandra using the command line NodeTool. So already let's get started. So actually NodeTool command help us to get some basic information about our Apache Cassandra cluster. So the first command that you can use is actually NodeTool, then help. So you can see all the options that you can use with this command line tool in order to get this basic information from our cluster. But just keep in mind that here I'm running Cassandra in a single node configuration. So actually this help command will see actually summary of all the options that you can use with this NodeTool command, which are a lot. But here I will show you just the basic one that are most used. Okay, so the first command that you can use is actually NodeTool space describe cluster. Okay, so actually this option here, describe cluster, will display basic info about the cluster and its node. So here for example you can see that the name of my cluster is actually test cluster. Okay, and you can see also some basic info about snitch, the partitioner and schema version. Okay, so after that, a very interesting command that are mostly used by administrator is actually NodeTool status. So the NodeTool status command identify the state of the node. Okay, so here you can see the first letters U and N, which actually states that our cluster is running and ready to accept queries. Okay, and here is the address of my cluster, which is a single node. So this is the IP address of my localhost here, and the load, the tokens, okay, and the host ID. And as you know, every cluster belongs to a data center and actually is located on a rack. And here by default the rack name is rack 1. Okay. Also, the NodeTool must connect first to a Cassandra node in order to access info about that node, okay, or the cluster as a whole. So in order to connect to a node, we just type NodeTool, then the option -H, then we provide the IP address of that node. So for example here I'm running Cassandra in single node configuration on my localhost, so I'll provide the IP address of my localhost here. Then I can give an option, for example info. Okay, so with this info option we can get information about the current state of single node. So for example here you can see the ID of the single node here. The gossip is active. Actually the gossip is the protocol used between nodes in order to exchange information about the state of each node. Okay, and also you can see the load, the uptime in second, the heap memory and off heap memory. Okay, so it gives also some information about memory and disk usage and load. So also this command is very interesting to be used in order to monitor your cluster. Okay, there are also some commands that you can use in order actually to get information about the login levels or set the login levels of the Apache Cassandra. So for example, if we type NodeTool, then get login levels, and we type enter, we can get the login levels of our Apache Cassandra actually log. So here you can see that the root of our Cassandra Apache is in debug mode. Okay, so you can use this command in order to see the login levels, and you can also use another command in order to set the login levels. So here with the get login levels we can see the information about login levels, but we can also use the set login levels if you want, for example, to set the login levels to any different level. Okay, so for example you can set it to info or warn or something else. So with this command you can change the login level actually of your Cassandra Apache. Okay, so as I told you before, we can also get some information about the gossip protocol that is running on each node. So if you type NodeTool, then space, and you type just gossip info, here we go. So actually I guess I misplayed it. It's double S, not double O. Okay, so here we can get some basic info about our gossip protocol. Okay, so here is actually the IP address of my local host here, the generation, the heartbeat, status, the load, the schema, and the rack, the release version, and other parameters. So all this info is about the gossip protocol, which is used between nodes in order to see if a node is live or not. Okay, and at last we can just type node then version. So with this node version command, it will print the version of Cassandra this node is running. So we just hit enter. You can actually get the version or release version of our Apache Cassandra. So here I'm using version 3.6 of Apache Cassandra. So all these commands are very interesting to run in order to monitor and sometimes also to manage your Apache Cassandra cluster. So that was just a brief introduction to this very interesting command line tool which called NodeTool. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.